Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the VSO Gun Channel. We have a quick update video for you here today. I left the last video up for a couple days, and I kind of just skimped on this story because I felt like what was going on with it was more interesting and salacious than what was going on in Washington, but you should still be appraised of what's going on in your government. Because it's going to be a relatively short update video today, we're not going to do a full sponsor slot, but I will tell you that this video is brought to you by Mission First Tactical. So go check out their drinkware items. They have a whole bunch of these things that are a little bit more edgy than your typical tumbler out there. They have some boomy looking things, and then as well as the accredited military gear. So go check that out. Mission First, while I have your attention, I need 2 of the Navy tumblers. Both my father and brother were Department of the Boat people, and it'd be great if you hooked me up. That said, last week we covered the Consolidated Appropriations Bill passing the House, and there was a big controversy over its passage because it cut several of the agencies that we talk about, including a 7% reduction in the ATF. And there were a lot of people saying well, it's going to go to the Senate now, and they're not going to do that. Yeah, they totally did because they were on a timeline. So it passed the Senate, and then it subsequently went to Joe Biden's desk, and he signed it into law. So that reduction that we were talking about and all the things associated with it is now law, and they will have to now work with the reduced budget that they were assigned in that. Now, there are lots of people who are concerned about when you cut the ATS budget. People are like, oh, well, they'll just, not do NFA stuff, right? They just won't process Form 4s. Well, it expressly says, hey, you can't do your reductions there. You have to do it in other parts of the program. So what I would be interested to see is Form 4s are currently taking a very short amount of time. I've seen pictures of people who are getting 8-day, 10-day returns. I saw one the other day that would look like it was probably processed in hours. I don't know who had somebody at the ATF's number on that one, but that one seems like it was a little bit fast. But I would be interested to see if you guys are getting your Form 4s back quickly, because I want to be able to track this over time to see if they actually do keep processing them at the rate that they're doing. Now, it's a little bit all over the place because I do see people who are reporting that they've been 10 months on their wait still. And what's going on there, for anybody who isn't paying attention, is they stopped doing the first in, first out thing. And they basically just processed it as fast as they possibly can. So basically anybody who would get an immediate passage on a NICS, they're just railroading those through, right? But if you've got any kind of catch up, then they're putting those on the back burner and they're taking a little bit longer. So at least that's the explanation that I was given. Anyway, we should probably track this over time, but the good news is that Joe Biden was forced to cut the ATF. And I will point out that if you search for this on the news, you won't find it many places. They kind of sweep that. There was a lot of controversy when it first passed the House, and then after it passed the Senate, there was a little bit of a blip. You cannot find any grand signing ceremony or any of that sort of stuff for this particular provision. So I think that they're trying to sweep that one a little bit. What do you guys think? Thanks for tuning in to the VSO Gun Channel. Regularly scheduled programming coming back probably tomorrow. But today we gloat.